just had a biopsy.
Tell them date.
And today is September 9th, 2014. I had a biopsy at 10 a.m., but I went a little bit late, around 10:20. So I got into the room. I told them I was very scared and nervous. They're like, oh, there's nothing to be nervous about. You're an adult now. You don't have to worry. But I told them about when I was little, I used to be in a dark room with all lights off, and there was a huge needle. And they're like, that's when you're little. I'm sure the needle's not that big anymore. And then they were just like prepping me up and doing an ultrasound to see where my kidney was and how deep it was. And so they could put the needle inside there and collect the tissue. I was pretty nervous and scared for just being there surrounded, but it was a really tiny room with just a gurney, which is a bed in the middle, and there's just a nurse named Elizabeth. She's really nice, and my Dr. Shaw was there. She's nice too. And then there's Dr. I don't know her name, but she was a fellow doctor, and there was an ultrasound guy. So when they did my biopsy, they cleaned the area where the kidney was, and then they put a lot of lidocaine, which is a numbing medicine, which they used needle to poke through and inject. But the numbing medicine hurt so much. It was really bad. Like, I got a bee sting once, and bee sting is like almost compared to a bee sting. That's how much it hurt. And then you think like after 2 seconds your whole body will be numbed and you won't feel it anymore, but you kept on feeling. I kept on feeling it. And so they did that, and then they covered me with like all sorts of like sterile fabrics. And then I saw a knife about this small, and I saw the fellow doctor get the knife and slice me open. Well, I didn't actually see the slice, but I saw him move it, and it was sliding across my skin. And the next thing she did was put a huge tube with like really, really long needle-like looking metal poke. They were putting it, guiding gently inside, and they told me not to move because they were about to get the kidney. So they said there would be a popping noise and not to jump out of the bed. So I was like, okay. And then they made a pop noise, and I didn't move or anything. So they're like, oh, you didn't move. But guess what? They didn't collect the kidney. So they had to do it again. The second time, honey, this is boring.
No, keep on doing.
Talking to myself.
I know, do it.
On the camera. I feel kind of dried. But anyways, the second time they were trying again because they didn't collect the kidney the first time. The second time they were guiding, and it felt like it was going even deeper, the huge metal like needle. And I was getting a little nervous. I kept on holding on to my shoulder right here so that I can't feel the pain. I was taking, breaths. And then when they like clicked it, I felt like I was being punched in the stomach so hard, and my whole left side was cramping like crazy. And I was just like, it hurts. They're like, where does it hurt? What? Why does it hurt? I'm like, no, it's not. It hurts. And then my Korean came out. I pull. And I started saying, oh god. I was like rubbing my face like that. I was like, oh god. I was like grabbing my hair and I was like, oh god. And I said, oh shoot, this really hurts. Oh shoot. And I was trying not to cry, but if the pain got worse and it spread, it radiated to my bladder area, down my left thighs, towards my back, and everything was in such pain, and I was about to cry with tears coming down my face. Okay, it wasn't coming down my face, almost, but I had like teardrops inside my eyes. And they're like, this other nurse like, it's okay, you're doing great. She was doing like this to me. She's like, it's okay, you're doing good. And I said, oh, it hurts. And where does it hurt? And they started like pushing me down really hard, and it made it worse. I was like, it hurt. And she's like, me pushing down hers. I was like, yeah. And then my other doctor, Dr. Shaw, keeps pushing down even more. And I was like, and they're like, take a deep breath. I was like, And then it kept hurting, and like it was like I felt like it was like a Charlie horse. I was explaining to them. It felt like a Charlie horse, like a really bad one, really deep inside my stomach. And then they did more ultrasound to see if anything happened. And what they found out was I think there was a little bleeding, and there was a huge bump on the site where they cut me open and where they made the punching sound. And